Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. You see Deadpool and Wolverine yet? I hear it's one of the best what? Oh, of course. Excuse me. Something a little more family-friendly. How about the new Inside Out movie? Anyways, 1,000 pardons, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, P.M. Turner, and I have returned at last. Wait, does this mean I don't actually get to run the channel now? Peanut butter, and I thought I was finally going to be able to talk about cool, modern movies at last. I'm not dead yet. Surprisingly. Think she was born in the 1920s or something. Anyways, as I was saying, there's a question that's been on my mind recently, and so to help me reach a possible conclusion, I decided to bring in my other, more snobbish half, here with her expert opinion, the film connoisseur, P.M. Turner. And the big question is, what is it that actually makes a movie classic? A beautiful question. I'd love to help answer that. So you want to know what makes a classic? Well, when I think of classic movies, I think of old Hollywood, the 1920s to the 1960s or thereabouts. Something that has withstood the test of time and continues to be relevant and respected even today. The easiest example would be Casablanca. It was made in 1942, but it's still pretty well known today. Most people have at least heard of it, or perhaps are familiar with some of its famous quotes. The same goes for other instantly recognizable classics, such as The Sound of Music and Citizen Kane. Yeah, that's all very fascinating, but what I'm really getting at is this. Can there be such a thing as a modern classic? Well, that's highly debatable. As I stated earlier, for something, whether it be a book, a film, a painting, or otherwise, to be considered a classic, it has to withstand the test of time. If you take a movie made in the last 10 years, it doesn't matter how good it is, you can't prove to me that it's going to retain a place in the public sphere 70 or 80 years from now. A modern classic, as you say, is pretty much a contradiction in terms. Well, just how long a span of time are you talking about? Okay, look at The Silence of the Lambs, for example. It was made in 1991, which makes it 33 years old. It won the Big Five at the Oscars that year, Best Picture, Actor, Actress, Director, and Screenplay. It's still an incredibly famous film today, and is highly regarded among both cinephiles and average commercial audiences. It may not be a product of your golden era, but it has been called a classic already and seems to have retained a sense of relevance thus far. Now, I reiterate, I would love to revisit the reputation of a movie like The Silence of the Lambs 60 to 80 years from its release date. It's only halfway there. It's also a very dark, disturbing story of serial murder, cannibalism, and other vulgar things. Let's compare that to another true classic, It's a Wonderful Life. That was made in 1946, making it 78 years old. It is a tried and true classic, beloved and still watched annually around Christmas time by many people. While Silence of the Lambs is, at its core, a story of extreme wickedness and depravity, It's a Wonderful Life has themes of love and redemption at its core, meaning that it will almost certainly endure, while The Silence of the Lambs may eventually fade into obscurity. Whoa, hold up! How did you describe Silence of the Lambs? Can I get a replay on part of that? It's also a very dark, disturbing story of serial murder, cannibalism, and other vulgar things. You rascal, you hypocrite, you! Serial murder, cannibalism, and other vulgar things, quote-unquote. And that, folks, is exactly what the M. Night Shyamalan movie Split is about. And I can attest to the fact that she loved it. For those of you not in the know, Split released 2017 and featuring a brilliant performance by James McAvoy as a psychopath with 23 personalities who abducts 3 teenage girls. Basically the same type of themes and content found in Silence of the Lambs, but with an emphasis on mental illness. Okay, you may shut up now, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, a classic movie is any movie made before the 1970s that is still respected by audiences and or still holds up today. Any questions or opinions you'd like to share can be posted down in the comments section below. I don't think so. We're not quite done here, because I'm going to tell these good people what you don't have the courage to. You're not who you used to be. Or at least, I've taken over more. She's been watching a lot of modern movies lately. Can you stop? She's been enjoying them. I hate you. I am so done for. And do you know what else she said? She said she doesn't care about classic movies anymore. Like, whoa! Is the Earth still turning on its axis? Has Armageddon arrived? David Lynch! Blame David Lynch! It's all his fault! Oh yeah, I've also heard she's been making all sorts of incoherent references to David Lynch all this past summer. Hey, any explanation, PM? I binge-watched Twin Peaks back in May. Or maybe it was June. Well, anyway, it absolutely ruined me. I got so obsessed that I stopped watching classic movies, I stopped caring about classic movies, I was watching more TV shows than movies, and that's when I realized I'd lost. You lost. I'd lost what made me PM Turner. Calm down. You're like everybody else now. You were pretty weird. It might be for the best. Classic movies, classic actors. It wasn't just a hobby for me. It was a way of life. It feels awfully strange to be changing so much. Happens to the best of us. You know, there was a wise man who never tired of telling me how much he loved bluegrass. Until one day, he just grew out of it. Hey, you guys want to hear who her new favorite actor is? Don't go there, please. Just don't. She's got a thing for Bruce Willis now. Bruce Willis, of all people. I wasn't gonna admit that. This is a safe space. Chill out. We all like Bruce. Seriously, a lot of respect going out to him and his family. It's actually really sad what they're going through. He was so versatile, though. I mean, sure, he got typecast in all those big, dumb, blow-em-up action movies, but he was capable of so much more. Ah, but you viewers may also be interested in knowing that she watched one of those big, dumb, blow-em-up action movies recently. No. She watched Die Hard. And enjoyed it! Yippee-ki-yay. I haven't gone completely cracked, have I? I still think Lionel Barrymore was the greatest actor who ever lived. I still care about obscure old actors who don't get the recognition they deserve, and that's why I try to give them that recognition here on Old Hat Cinema. Nobody cares about Herbert Marshall anymore. Okay, a few people do. Okay, you do. Do not get me started. Bring him up, and I will start talking about how he should have been Oscar nominated, and I won't stop until the foxes come home. Now that was corny. So a movie has to be old to be classic? Maybe we can continue this debate another day. But how about this, PM? Does a movie have to be old to be good? No, it doesn't. The 1930s and 40s were better, and I'll die on that hill of beans. But there have been good movies since. There are good movies being made now. And I hope and pray there will continue to be a few good movies left in mankind's future. Oh, that was the most painful line in the script! Wait, is that camera still rolling? Ah, peanut butter. I don't think we're two separate halves anymore. I think we're of the same mind now. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Please boop the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments what makes a movie classic to you. This is PM Turner of Old Hat Cinema, signing off.